couple of facts about who Oprah Winfrey is in her true colors by Al Waisman for freedomdaily.com. The American left has gone mad as we continue to see left-wing loons call for Oprah Winfrey to run against President Donald Trump in 2020. An aspiring actress says Harvey Weinstein used Oprah Winfrey and Naomi Campbell to dupe her into thinking he could help her with her career, but all he did was use her as a sex toy. British actress Katie Noble said last month that she was head over heels impressed when she first met the pervert Harvey Weinstein at an event in London because he was hanging out with supermodel Campbell and had the mega media star Oprah Winfrey swinging from his arm. Your Newswire reports after meeting Weinstein for the first time in London, Noble brought along her showreel to his hotel room. And it goes on, I'm sure you guys know about that. And he wasn't interested in her, but interested in having sex with her, let's put it that way. Here are some of Oprah's top fails. Golden Globe Award speech. Hollywood and the mainstream media promoted Oprah as brave, following her speech at the 75th Golden Globe Awards. But as Shapiro pointed out, what the hell kind of risk was she taking? Well, yeah, what was the risk? What is that bravery for what? Shapiro told Fox News Martha McCullum she was standing in front of an entire town filled with sexual abusers and harassers. She said nothing about it for 20 years. She was being cheered by people who said nothing about it for 20 years, and there is pretending that she's leading the fight. And there she is, pretending. Oprah did not lead the fight against the culture of sexual misconduct in Hollywood, and she cannot use the excuse of, I was afraid of what it might do to my career, because she is one of the biggest people in media. She had little to fear. Shapiro continued, when I was under the impression that most of us agreed with that stuff, when this stuff just broke, and she's lauded the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Where were they reporting on the sexual harassment and abuse scandal for the last 20 years? Nowhere to be found, I guess. It was literally their job to cover Hollywood, and yet it took New Yorkers and Ronan Farrow to uncover all this stuff. Where was the Hollywood Press Association that was receiving such plaudits at the hands of Oprah Winfrey again? A woman who was good friends with Harvey Weinstein being cheered by Meryl Streep. A woman who gave a standing ovation to Roman Polanski. Oprah suggests Americans are racist even if they do not have ill will towards black people. In a 2013 interview with CNN's Anderson Cooper, Oprah Winfrey and Forrest Whitaker stars in The Butler strongly hinted that Americans were racist even if they did not have any ill will towards the black community. Winfrey said people don't feel it's race because people don't call it race. A lot of people think if they think they're not using the N-word themselves, they physically aren't using the N-word themselves and do not harbor ill will towards black people, that it's not racist. But to me, it's ridiculous to look at that case and not to think that race was involved. You see what I'm saying? Oprah gives platform to an Islamic scholar who says Islamic jihad is only a spiritual battle, not a holy war. Yeah. Varun Soni, the Dean of Religious Life at the University of Southern California, appeared on Winfrey's Belief Quote series, where she explained that all of the horrifying acts of violence committed in the name of Islam were all just a great big misunderstanding of a core Islamic belief. One of the most misunderstood concepts of Islam is jihad, which many people interpret as a holy war. Sony said, but there is nothing holy about war. What jihad actually represents is an internal struggle, the battle that is raging in our own heart, and all of our religious traditions talk about that internal struggle. In that respect, jihad is not just a Muslim idea, but it's a reality of the human condition. Denying that the holy war with infidels is a key teaching of Islam is disingenuous. In the Quran, Muhammad speaks of jihad or holy war repeatedly, though the concept of greater jihad, internal spiritual battle against sin, has been a part of Islamic teaching since at least the 11th century. The word jihad is most often used in canonical, I'm not familiar with that, writings to refer to armed conflict. Now, we got rid of Obama. Do you want this country turned into this? Well, Oprah makes absolutely not true racism allegations against a store clerk in Europe. Winfrey, the most powerful woman in the world, accused a clerk at a small store in Europe of being racist towards her, but refused to offer any identifying information of the alleged incident. Eventually, the store and the clerk were discovered, and they said Winfrey was a liar. This is not true. This is absurd. I would never say something like that to a customer. Really, never. Good manners and politeness are the alpha and the omega in this business, the woman told Sontag's Blick. It is absolutely not true that I declined to show her the bag on racist grounds. I even asked her if she wanted a look at the bag, the woman said. I didn't hurt anyone. I don't know why someone as great as her must cannibalize me on TV. If it had all taken place as she claimed, why has she not complained the next day at the wedding of Tina Turner with Trudy Goetz, my boss? She was there also at the Turner wedding as a guest. I don't understand it. I spoke to Oprah Winfrey in English. My English is okay, but not excellent, unfortunately. I didn't know who she was when she came into the store. That would have wouldn't have made any difference if I had. Winfrey tried to get out of the incident, which could have ruined that poor girl's life by giving a bogus apology in which she did not actually apologize for her actions, but apologized for the story getting blown up, for which she, of course, was responsible. Oprah says older generations just have to die to solve the problems of racism. In a 2013 interview with BBC, Winfrey said that entire generations just have to die to cure the problem of racism. After Winfrey told the BBC's Will Gompertz that she thought that racism has gotten better, Gompertz asked Winfrey if she thought the problem was solved. Winfrey responded, of course, problem is not solved, you know, as long as people can be judged by the color of their skin. Problem's not solved as long as there are people who still, there's a whole generation. I say this, you know, I said this, you know, for apartheid, South Africa. I said this for my own, you know, community in the South. There are still generations of people, older people, who were born and bred and marinated in it, in that prejudice and racism, and they just have to die. Mentally stable Oprah Winfrey says everyone who thinks she is racist has to die. So this is what we're listening to. Listen to this.
Still, and there's a whole generation, I say this, you know, I said this, you know, for apartheid South Africa. I said this for my own, community in the South. There are still generations of people, older people, who were born and bred and marinated in it, in that prejudice and racism, and they just have to die.
Do you understand? Do you understand what this woman stands for? You know, she might be a converted to that other religion that I'm not mentioning, but you guys know. Do you see what I'm saying? This woman is an honest woman. You see what her power has gotten to her head. And this was in 2013, you know? I'd like to know how her own channel is still on, because I know a lot of people stopped watching this witch, this phony in disguise. Noble thought, obviously, this man has something amazing in store for me, she said. Okay, we don't care about Noble. We know all about what happened with her and Weinstein. But let's get to this woman should be nowhere near the White House or the office of the president, giving away cars to your audience members and constantly gaining and losing weight isn't qualifications to run a nation. That's not even the point. That's not even the point. She's wicked. She's a phony. She's gonna finish off what Obama didn't finish. That's what she wants to do. And they know Hillary's not up to the job because she's falling apart. So this one wants to take over now. Yeah, this one is going to be a problem because she's got a lot of backers now pushing for this, you see? And there are a lot of dumb, let me put it to you this way, a lot of dumb white people out there that actually believe this witch over here, this phony. Absolutely disturbing just to listen to her. She's just so disgusting, and I'm so upset that I even supported that woman. I used to watch her. I used to, unbelievable. Unbelievable. She's the racist. She's the real racist, that woman. And the white people made her rich. Again, I'm saying it. If she didn't have the white audience, she would have been a nobody. But the dumb white people, and I included myself in that, we supported this phony, this real phony. And I was really disgusted with myself also. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.